Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're taking a trip to a place that's so much more than just a castle. We're heading to Balmoral, which, for the British royal family, is a truly personal sanctuary, tucked away in the wild heart of the Scottish Highlands. It's an amazing story of love, legacy, and landscape, so let's dive right in.
The Queen's country home. That simple phrase, it really says everything you need to know. What it tells you right away is that Balmoral isn't some stuffy palace for state business. It's a real home, a personal retreat. And it's that feeling of cherished privacy that completely defines the castle's character. And really, it sets the stage for our entire tour.
So, what is it that makes Balmoral so special? Well, to really get it, you've got to start with the setting, which is just magnificent. This is where the sheer grandeur of royalty meets the completely untamed beauty of the Scottish Highlands. Okay, so picture this. You're in Aberdeenshire, Scotland. The castle isn't just near the countryside, it's right in the heart of it. The entire estate is just wrapped in these breathtaking views of rugged mountains and vast, sprawling moors. And that seclusion, that's totally on purpose. It provides a sense of peace that is absolutely central to what Balmoral's all about. But where did this all come from? How did this incredible Highland escape even become a thing? Well, its story is completely woven into the vision of one of history's most iconic royal couples. The story really kicks off in 1852. That's when Queen Victoria and Prince Albert bought the estate for a summer home. But, they quickly realized the building there was just way too small. So what do? In the 1860s, you kick off a massive expansion project. Then, after Victoria's death, it passed to her son, King Edward VII, and that really cemented its place in royal history for good. And here's the thing you have to understand. This was not just some hands-off project where they hired an architect and walked away. Prince Albert was personally, passionately involved. He wasn't just paying the bills, he was the creative force, pouring his own love for design and architecture into every last detail. And just look at the result of his vision. Balmoral is this stunning Victorian mix of two really distinct styles. On the one hand, you've got Scottish baronial, which gives it those grand, almost fortress-like features that are so rooted in Scottish heritage. And then you blend that with the Gothic revival style. You see that in the pointed arches and all the dramatic, ornate details. It's a look that is truly one of a kind. All right, so we've seen the incredible outside. But what was life actually like inside those castle walls? Well, Balmoral has always had this dual purpose. It's a stage for public duty, but it's also a sanctuary for private life. First up, you have the magnificent staterooms. And wow, these are the formal spaces, right? They were meticulously designed to impress everyone who walked through the door. These rooms are reserved for official events, for hosting dignitaries, and they really represent that public-facing ceremonial role of the monarchy. But then, in such a stark contrast, you have the Queen's private chambers. This is the real heart of the castle's role as a family home. These spaces, we're talking bedrooms, bathrooms, they offer this incredibly rare glimpse into the personal, everyday lives of the royals, far away from any public scrutiny. And kind of woven through all of these rooms, both the public and the private ones, are the royal collections. And listen, this isn't just a handful of paintings. It's an absolute treasure trove of artwork, antique furniture, priceless tapestries. Every single piece is like a tangible link to the monarchy's long and fascinating history, right there inside those walls. Of course, the story doesn't stop at the castle door. The estate surrounding it is just as important. It's this perfect fusion of beautifully manicured design and that wild, untamed Scottish nature. Just imagine what it would be like to explore this place. You could be strolling through these perfect manicured gardens and then follow a walking trail that takes you deep into the wilder parts of the estate. You could find a quiet spot for a picnic and just spend the whole afternoon soaking in those incredible, uninterrupted views of the countryside. So, when you put it all together, the history, the amazing architecture, that incredible setting, you start to get it, right? You realize Balmoral's legacy is so much bigger than just its stone walls. And that's what is so fascinating. This castle has had a front row seat to royal history. For generations, it has witnessed everything from huge, significant state visits down to the most private, intimate family gatherings. It's not a museum. It's a living, breathing part of their story. So when you boil it all down, why does Balmoral really matter?
Well, it's that personal royal sanctuary, a true haven from public life. It's an absolute architectural masterpiece, and it's a testament to Prince Albert's incredible vision. And maybe most importantly, it's a powerful, living symbol of the monarchy's deep and lasting connection to Scotland.
And that kind of leaves us with this one big question, doesn't it? How does a place like this, a place built from stone and mortar, become something so much more? How does it transform into this powerful symbol of family, of history, and of an entire nation? It's the story of how a house becomes a home and how that home becomes an icon. Thanks so much for watching.